I know exactly what all of y'all are thinking right now. Oh my God, there's a hot guy from the Kollaboration video. Girl, he is so cute. I'm just kidding. My name is Robert Park. I am a spoken word poet. Now, what happens in spoken word performances, what does the audience do when they hear something that they like? They what? They snap, right? Tonight, we're gonna have none of that. Tonight, I'm gonna ask y'all to do 3 things. When you guys hear something that you like, I want you to hear you guys say, woo! Let me hear you guys. All right. Number 2, I want to hear you guys say, okay. Number three. All right, y'all. What was the last one? All right, y'all sound good. This poem is called "Where Do You Stand?" Thank you. If your life was a book, then would people want to read it? If you spoke truth and education with couth and dedication, laced with emancipation for this nation, would this generation receive it? Would they believe it? Not really. These kids are too busy watching TV. IVs and clinical studies read that obesity is the #1 children's epidemic. While the academics are put on hold and their dome is molded into a big bowl of SpongeBob SquarePants or reality shows, when in reality shows that the Laguna Beach, Jersey Shore, and the OC isn't exactly all that it's hyped up and blinged up to be, but BET and MTV still continues to use the boob tube to empty the minds of America's juvenile youth group. Shoot, you could even upload it off YouTube if it tickles your humor that the media's propaganda spreads like tumors in the hearts and the minds of America's youngest consumers. So I guess it shouldn't consume us with surprise that the demise of this nation lies within the eyes of the beast of ignorance that deliberately overpowers and devours the illiterate minds of our children's innocence. 'Cause in a sense, times are changing, and the range of change and renaissance of our minds is lost and forgotten today in a society that waits on a spoon-fed delivery of our nation's deliverance. And as teachers and parents, y'all find it odd that we're in need of revival in a land where more kids carry iPods than they carry Bibles, so now they're disciples to music. In the industry where hip-hop has influenced the usage of improper English, sex, drugs, and rock and roll has got their visions twisted and the poison's being sifted right through their own speakers. While they idolize athletes on TV because they rock their own sneakers. But no, don't get me wrong, I'm not here to condemn. I'm just not willing to lose the truth of our youth to the vultures of pop culture. Because I mean, this generation was called to be more, dream more, and see more than the altered perceptions, deceptions, and misconceptions of the cynical world that we live in, but to carry out the biblical prophecies that are grounded within Him. So, founded within me is a fire required by the live and living God who's desirous to bless us. But first, let me give y'all a history lesson. See, Joseph interpreted dreams, stared temptation face to face, and then slapped it. Josiah became king at the age of 8 with a faith that was stronger than Samson. And Solomon asked not for mansions, but the true treasure of wisdom. His father David took down a giant, and God gave him a kingdom. Shh. Listen, and you'll hear the voice that called Samuel. the very voice that spoke into his prophetic ministry. And shoot, don't even get me started about Timothy. But it's plain to see that through a simple review throughout history that every revolutionary platform was formed by a generation of young soldiers and warriors that spoke their faith through actions and not tongues. And the movement's begun with the momentum of God's kingdom, where an infantry of young men and women of Christ will step forth with a force across this nation to advance his name forward. So young people today, I'll leave you these 4 words. Where do you stand?